Hey guys, welcome and thank you for tuning in to Imperfect Me, where it's all about transparency, connecting, learning, laughing, encouraging, and living a God-filled purpose life. This is real talk and real conversations. I am your host, Carisi, and I'm just your not so average girl with gifts to share. What's up, guys? So listen, I had a very, very interesting weekend. It was quite encouraging. It was a struggle. I had to go and sing. I was asked to sing at a women's conference, and I'd been asked this some months ago, but nothing was really confirmed, or anything. However, it's something that, a friend asked. And I was like, okay, I'll do it, no problem. So when she came back to me and said that the conference was still on, of course I was like, okay, I'm going to go. However, my situation of recent has not been really conducive to really doing a lot of things because of, my financial situation. So things have been really tough. And so a lot of times I want to do things, I want to be involved in things, but just financially, it's crazy right now. But that's neither here nor there. I trust God fully, and I know that this is really just a temporary thing. So tonight is really just a little bit of transparency. I probably won't be with you guys very long, but I just wanted to share a little bit of this with you about my weekend, because this weekend, again, like I said, was very encouraging. At this women's conference where I sang, I didn't just go there to sing. I really went there to minister, and I knew that it was not going to be easy anyway. I mean, I went and I received a load of wisdom and encouragement. I know you guys probably heard me talk about friendships and things like that. And I don't have a lot of friends, or any at all, really. The truth be told, I don't have any, homies, down to earth, not to that extent. I have one, but she's way away, and we haven't spoken in years on years on years. But anyway, I learned the importance of having a sister circle. And so I've never really hear a lot of people using it in that aspect. But I learned about the importance of having a sister circle, which is basically a group of friends or real women that truly support, encourage, can be real with you, people or women rather that have your complete best interest at heart. Your sister circle is beyond just your average friendship. And while I was at this conference, they used this term pretty often, and most of the women were like, go to a sister circle. The leaders that were, doing some of the workshops, they talked about sister circle. And it was like, go to your sister circle and make sure you get with them and you do this. And if you need this, these are the things that you need to do, kind of giving you steps to different things. And again, I was able to take all of those nuggets in. But for me, it felt like, I don't have a sister circle. And there was a point where they was like, go to your sisters, the people that are in your sister circle, and, love on them, or, whatever. And I'm just kind of looking around like, okay, I love all y'all. I just met y'all, but I love all y'all because I didn't have anyone to go to. So it really was quite interesting to be in a place with a bunch of women where my only thing was that I really didn't have, or I don't have, that group of women yet, that sister circle that everyone seems to be speaking about. But all in all of the love, all of the encouragement, all of the the words of wisdom that were spoken, everything was done in such love that I did not feel out of place amongst these women. I really felt like a part of, I didn't feel like a stranger. And that's a big deal for me, because that's not my usual, especially around a lot of women, but I really did. And so I'm so grateful for my friend inviting me to come. A friend of mine inviting me to come because I really had a good time. It also showed me a lot about myself, how I respond to things, how I do things, some things that I need to change. It was really a gut check. It taught me a lot about ministry. It was kind of like finally being in a place where someone understood or understands where you're coming from. I often find myself in situations in ministry, especially where I don't fit in. I don't tend to fit the typical mold of what people think that I should look, act, talk, like being who I am in ministry. And so when we go to other ministries, I just kind of sit in the background, because I know that oftentimes, I don't want to say I'm not received very well, but that's kind of what it is. But you know how people will smile at you and it'll be like, yeah, hey, it's great to meet you, da da da. But then you kind of get in the side eye, so it's like, okay, I don't want to step on no toes. Let me sit back here, be quiet, mind my own business, etc. And so it was good to be in a place where I could really I could relate to just about every woman that was in there. There were some stories that they shared. Some women have gone through so many things. And I was really just in awe at the closeness. It was like, women, we were, I shed a little tear. I ain't really cry, but like, wow. And so I just wanted to come on and share that with you and just encourage you, to, encourage our ladies tonight, especially, it's important to start working on your sister circle. And so I have questions, and I'm kind of like, okay, this is a learning process for me. So, how do we get this sister circle created? Me being somewhat of an introvert, it's not that easy for me to make friends because I'm not the loudest one in the crowd. I'm not the one, that walks into the room and demands the attention of everyone. I'm kind of the one that, I might capture the attention when I walk in the room, but I'm also the one that attention will look at me, and especially women will turn their nose up. So what do? I go back into this little closet and I just kind of take my seat in the back, so as not to offend or say anything or look offensive. Yeah, it's that serious. But I want you to be encouraged. And one of the ladies created an acronym for AFRAID, and I thought it was really cool. And the acronym for AFRAID that she gave was, although fearful, running adamantly, incredibly determined. So I kind of just tweaked it a little bit. And so to make it all fit together, although fearful, run adamantly and incredibly determined. And so we can use this as our declaration or affirmation for tonight. Although fearful, run adamantly and incredibly determined. And no matter what, trust God. I learned about the mask, and that women tend to wear masks not because there's so much fake, but in order to cover up hurt and disappointments and things that they may have gone through. So let's take that in consideration, and let's be our sister's keeper. So another thing was obtaining, a mentor, getting someone that can mentor you and help push you and move you in the right direction. That's kind of another pause for me, okay, well, how do you find a mentor? How do you find someone that will connect with you in that way? So I know that God will answer those questions. Network your sister circle. So I'm definitely going to be using some of these things. I'm going to network my sister circle. Create your own platform is another thing. Don't wait on other people to do things for you. People will put you down and say you're not prepared, you're not ready, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. Create your own platform. Even if you don't have the finances, even if you don't know everything, get it started. Put the plan together. Put the vision to work. And create your own platform. And network your sister circle. Find a group of women that are going places, that are doing things, and that are further along, that can help push you and encourage you and move you in the direction that you need to go into. So that is all that I have tonight. I just wanted to share that because it was so encouraging to me to be a part of this this group of women. It really was. And so I'm excited to get to know all of them better. I'm excited to connect with some of them on a closer level because I know that some of them are going to be a part of my sister circle. I can just sense it. And so just keep me lifted in prayer because like I said, this is all about my transparency. Imperfect me is really my diary in audio. So you guys, I love you with the love of Christ, and there's nothing you can do about it. Again, although fearful, run adamantly and incredibly determined. Don't lose your determination. This is Carisi.